Well folks, I can't believe the time has come. We're finally about to make it to triple digits. Pokémon Horizons episode 99 and episode 100 are just around the corner, and it looks like they're about to drop some insanity. We're getting reunions, new villains, and maybe even a devastating demise. So in this video, let's break down how Horizons might be about to break us. Okay, first up, episode 99 airing this week is titled With a Flightless Orla. And the description says that Liko and the others head to Kana's factory in Galar to meet with Orla, and Orla basically refuses to rejoin them or rebuild the Brave Olivine airship. I'm guessing this is because Orla was probably hit the hardest by Friede's disappearance, by his supposed death. Orla and Friede were childhood friends after all, they literally grew up together, and Orla witnessed what happened to Friede with her own eyes, so that trauma is real and probably eaten away at her. And that explains the episode title too. Flightless Orla is probably a metaphor that Orla, the one who gave our heroes the power to fly by building the Brave Olivine airship, well now she's flightless. She's down on the ground. She no longer has the strength or the willpower to fly, to be happy, to return to what they were. What a gut punch, man. And who knows, maybe Orla even had deeper romantic feelings towards Friede that she never told him about. That could be on her mind too, it could be a huge regret for her. I kind of love the idea of Friede and Orla mimicking Lucius and Ristel. You know, Lucius and Friede supposedly dying in front of Ristel and Orla in the Laqua paradise, and then Ristel and Orla secretly being pregnant and having their baby afterwards. Obviously, I'm not saying that Orla is confirmed pregnant or anything. I'm just saying it would have been so cool, dude. It would have been such a cool mirror image of Lucius and Ristel. But man, if Orla does show up with a baby and introduces him as Friede Jr., then I will never ever shut up about somehow predicting it, dude. One thing I've got to say is that I'm really happy Kana was there for Orla in the past year. Orla probably really needed that friendship, you know? It was probably the only thing holding her together. The episode description also mentioned that our heroes would battle the Explorers, and thanks to the preview trailer, we also know that it's not an Explorers member that we've already met. These seem to be two new Explorers members. They've got the uniforms and the logos, and they also have Strong Spheres and Poldean Tauroses. Man, it's so cool to see new Explorers members after all this time, and it makes me think the Explorers must have grown as a group in the past year. I wonder if these two have been following Liko and Roy all this time to keep an eye on them, and now they're going to strike at the right time to stop them reforming the Rising Voltaclers. I can imagine that being part of Spinel and Chaucer's plans. And then, episode 100 of Pokémon Horizons, the big 100, airing next week. That's officially titled, We Are the Rising Voltaclers. Man, this is gonna be a huge one. Not only is it episode 100, which by the way I cannot even begin to fathom, how are we so far into Horizons already? To think when we were this far into Pokemon Journeys it was around the time Serena returned. We're basically in the endgame now, dude. But yeah, the episode also sounds like the big climax of what the arc has been building up to so far. The Rising Voltaclers triumphantly coming back together as a group, getting the Brave Olivine airship back in the sky again. I imagine Orla will see Liko and the others battle the new Explorers members and see how far they've come, and then she'll probably decide that it's finally time. Time to fight again, time to fly again, time to rebuild the Rising Voltaclers, and then time to take on everything that's coming. Spinel, the Explorers, the Larkwium, and of course, the truth of what happened to Friede. And I imagine Molly and Murdoch will join them at the end of the episode as well. All the Rising Voltaclers are getting back together. But that unfortunately brings me to the massive elephant in the room. Ludlow. We haven't seen Ludlow since before the 1 year time skip. No characters have mentioned him, he hasn't returned, no characters have visited him, he hasn't been in any of the future episode titles or descriptions. He's just gone. And that, understandably, has a lot of fans panicking like crazy, because Ludlow is an elderly man, and it's been 1 whole year since we last saw him or even heard about him. It makes zero sense that the Rising Voltaclers would reform without the guy who started it all being there too. Ludlow was there from the very beginning, it's literally his airship. It makes no sense that Ludlow didn't get an episode before this climactic one like all the other members did, so fans are starting to worry and starting to think the worst. What if Ludlow passed away during the 1 year time skip? If that came true, it would actually be devastating, dude. Ludlow has always been the quiet heartbeat of the whole team, the guiding figure of wisdom. If Ludlow passed away during the crew's lowest point, that would change everything. It would give real heavy consequences and weight to the time skip, because it means the Rising Voltaclers disbanding for a year would have cost them something irreversible, something they'll never get back. Ludlow would never be able to stand by their side ever again. If this actually happens, I imagine the guilt and the grief our heroes would feel would be huge. It'd be one of the darkest, most heartbreaking, depressing things Horizons has ever done. But as powerful and impactful as it would be, I personally don't really think it happened. I don't think they'd do something like that off-screen to a main character, and the idea of our heroes having guilt and regret for not being with Ludlow for the past year when he died, that kind of feels too heavy even for the Pokemon anime. I think our heroes thinking that Friede is dead is going to be the only thing like that going on. I don't think they'd want to overshadow that. I know a lot of fans are panicking and worrying and thinking it could happen, but for me personally, I think there's 4 other possibilities that are way more likely. Number 1, maybe Ludlow retired and is off in Alola somewhere living his best life fishing. He probably caught a Drampa too. Or number 2, maybe he just got back into movie making. He could be the star of Ludlow Endgame. Or number 3, if Friede survived, then maybe Ludlow ended up reuniting with him during the time skip. Maybe they joined each other on some secret buddy cop mission against Exceed that our heroes can't know about. Or number 4, which I think is the most likely of them all, maybe Ludlow has just been living on the Brave Olivine airship near Orla for the past year. After all, it's his ship, his home. He's always lived on the ship, even before the rise in Voltaclers. So yeah, maybe he just stayed on the airship all this time, living his life. That could be one of the reasons why Orla didn't dismantle the airship. I can already picture it in my head, dude. At the end of episode 100, Liko, Roy, Dot, Uruto, Murdoch, Molly, Orla, Terrapagos, Captain Pikachu, they're all together again. They reformed the rise in Voltaclers on the Brave Olivine airship. They're celebrating and it's all triumphant, but then they realise, oh wait, we forgot about Ludlow. Then the camera pans over and they all just see him casually sat on the airship fishing. He was there all along. That would be so perfect and so funny, dude. Even better if Ludlow then says something like, well, it took you long enough. He was probably waiting for them to group together again for the past year. So yeah, the next 2 Pokemon Horizons episodes are gonna be insane, dude. I genuinely can't wait, like I actually cannot wait, and I really hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Before I end the video though, I want to take a moment of silence, a sacred prayer circle for Ludlow to still be alive. Light your candles, hold your fishing rods, and allow us to hush for a few seconds. There we go, hopefully that's enough. You better still be alive, Ludlow. So let me know your thoughts on the episodes below and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That would really help me out a lot, man. I recorded and edited this video a couple of days ago because right now I'm on the plane to Spain to go on vacation for a few weeks. Wait, dude, it'd be so funny if episode 100 ends with our heroes getting on the airship in the Galar region and then flying to the Paldea region. That'd be a direct mirror of my life right now. I'm hopping on the plane from England to Spain and the Rise and Voltaclers are hopping on the airship from Galar to Paldea. The Pokemon version of England to Spain. I need that to happen so bad now, dude. That'd be so funny. But yeah, sorry I got sidetracked. Unfortunately, because I'm going to be away from home and away from my PC, that means the uploads are going to be slightly slower and a little bit different until I'm back home. But I'll do my best. Thank you to all of my amazing channel members like Dowpals, Toten, Racco, Poke-san, Regular-san, Zach, Juscadia, Jay, Blazing Shots, Shiny Charm, Hope, The Duff One, Not Minnie. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching, best wishes until we meet again!